How's it going, everybody? I'm Jeff Slakey. I'm up in Belfair at the Belfair Community Clubhouse, where the end of September, right around October, I was at the Timberland Regional Library in Belfair and met up with Abe Gardner for the Overdose Awareness Walk and Resource Fair. And the Belfair Community Clubhouse was there.
Yes, we are.
I'm here with Tara Miller now. Tara, how are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm great. Thank you. And thanks for talking with me about the clubhouse. You guys have been open since June here to serve a need in rural communities, and it's part of the Clubhouse International model. So for those who aren't familiar, let's talk about that first, and then why Belfair and the services you help.
Okay, so we get a grant from HCA, which is, we're a nonprofit. We're funded to be able to help individuals that struggle with mental health and also substance use. The international model is focused around the work order day. So individuals come in and it's like 9 to 5. So it's like they're at work and they do groups. We have lunches here, and we also help for the resources for like housing, education. If they need help with other services such as doctor's appointments, we do like a warm handoff to other individuals to help so that their lives are a little bit more easier for them.
So this place is kind of the gathering spot as people start to work on any issues that they need help with.
Yes.
And so you talked a little bit about the international model, and now we're here focusing on the rural community, and Belfair is pretty rural.
Yes.
And there are portions of the county that can be tough for folks to access, and we know the need is great. So tell us a little bit about how you're able to get the outreach, bring people in here.
We did some outreach in Shelton. Right now, a little bit of the difficulty is, people knowing about us and actually being able to get here. We are on a bus line right over here at the medical center. The bus does drop there. We know all the routes. We've been in contact with the Mason County Transit Authority. If individuals need to be able to get here, we can do dial-a-ride, so they just have to schedule their times they want to be picked up and dropped off here. Besides that, we're just
trying to get people
trying to
connected
get here,
with the
yes.
services. So again, as we talk through this and we move into the fall and winter months, the need for help oftentimes grows. And you mentioned dial-a-ride is an opportunity for folks too. When they get here, what are some of the ways that they interact with each other, or how does that work? You said there's about 7 people currently?
We have about 7 people right now. We do a little bit of one-on-ones, we do processing groups too, like they come in and they just talk about what they're going through, what they're not going through, what they want to do, maybe it's just a breath of fresh air for them to come to the door and just not have to be at home or be somewhere else where they feel like they're being judged or looked at differently.
Sure.
And right now we do coffee and donuts Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 to 11. And we also have lunches on Thursdays, which the participants are the ones that make up the lunch schedule. But we're also going to be doing it Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays for our lunches.
Very nice.
And we're going to be offering more groups now that we have more individuals. And the groups will be what the participants want. It's not groups that we make up as a peer, but it's what the participants want to work on. And also we're going to be reaching out to WorkSource to be able to help with resume building, also how to utilize a computer to be able to find a job online, because everything's online these days. Yeah. We're going to be reaching out to somebody with Olympic College. Maybe they want to go back to school, they want to learn how to do financial aid, or just to be able to set up for classes. That's an option too, or maybe get a GED. So right now it's pretty much just based around what the community wants. What are their needs? What do they want to what do they want to work on? I think we're going to also be doing a group called Whatever Works, which Abe is the one that started that group. Uh-huh. So he just emailed me some stuff on that, but also, having some self-help groups, because there's not a lot out here.
Tell me what it's like. So if you guys have been open since June, that's 3 months or so. What it's like for you being here with the door open and seeing people come in and then start to see them more frequently come in and working towards some goals. What's that feel like for you?
It's exciting. So I remember our first participant, they were here maybe a couple times and then they haven't left. And remind you, once you're a participant, you're always a participant.
Okay.
It's not like you just don't come back and you're not a participant, or you can come in whenever you want. And then there's been some participants that have been they're all close to my heart. I've become real close to a lot of them, but to watch them grow and to be able to come in and talk about what they're going through. They also can message us, on off hours if they're going through some struggles, and we can just talk to them about like, hey, today's going to be a good day. I know that you're struggling, but what can we work on to get to be, tomorrow to be a better day, and take it 1 minute at a time. We've helped people get into housing. That's super awesome too, to be able to see them go from being in an environment that wasn't the greatest to be able to be housed. And we also work with the North Mason Fire Department with Abe and Adam. And if some participants need to, have a checkup with Adam, he comes by here, they stop by here and they talk, and they do like blood pressure checks, med checks, and referrals out to PCHS for them to get blood draws and stuff like that.
When I talked with groups who have these type of similar programs, the end goal is to work yourself out of a job. That would be, it'd be awesome if folks didn't need these services. But unfortunately right now we're in a place where they do. But what does the end goal look like for one of these 7 folks that are currently going through this? How would you define success at the end of whatever the time frame would be?
Well, success would be whatever struggles they came here on, they've made, even if it's a little bit of achievement, just to be able to have a little bit of kind of like calmness.
Sure.
To be able to say, they come in here and they just wanted someone to talk to because they didn't have any social skills at all. And so they come here every day, right there, they're working with the ability to be able to talk to individuals. They're not isolated no more. Or say it's because they just didn't feel comfortable where they're at. And so they come in here and now they're getting more comfortable. So when they leave here, they can use the skills that they get from here out in society. And it makes them feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yes.
Tara Miller here. We're at the Belfair Community Clubhouse, 23554 Highway 3. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, right.
All right. So that's where it is. I'll put the links to this too in the show notes, and you can find out more information, ways to get involved, ways to help out if possible, or ways to utilize the service. Let's talk about privacy and stuff like that. What, people come in, what would they need to bring, and what are some of the safeguards that go on here?
We have a simple intake. We don't talk to anybody else unless you have a release of or ROI, release of information. What you come in here and talk about stays here. It doesn't go anywhere else.
Sure.
And if you want us to speak to other agencies that you work with, then we can by all means do that. But this is just a safe, warm, free environment for them just to hang out and get something good to eat.
Another great asset in our community is the Belfair Community Clubhouse here on Highway 3, on the bus lines through Mason Transit, and Dial-A-Ride is available. Tara Miller, thank you so much.
Thank you.